is that there are rich teams and there are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us.
Not only is Moneyball one of my favorite movies of all time, you should go check it out if you haven't seen it yet, by the way, but Moneyball as a concept is one of the things that I love about baseball the most. So what's going on, everybody? It's Dawson, and today we are going to be discussing what Moneyball is and how it has changed MLB forever. So let's go ahead and get started. When you go to a baseball game, what do you almost always see on the scoreboard? Batting average, home runs, and RBIs. And for a while, this is one of the best and only ways that teams evaluated players. If a player had a decent average and hit some homers, he was good, right? Well, not necessarily. Enter sabermetrics Jesus, Bill James. Bill James wrote the baseball abstract in 1997 that included his study of box scores. At first, a lot of James' ideas were not paid attention to. That is until the Oakland A's. Starting in the 2001 offseason, it looked like the end of an era for the A's, with the heart of their order, Johnny Damon and Jason Giambi, both leaving to head to the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. The A's stood practically no shot at re-signing either of them, since they weren't able to offer anywhere close to the contracts that they got. So that offseason, the A's worked with what they could and got a really old David Justice, Scott Hatteberg, who was a catcher that could barely throw, and Ray Durham. That season, the A's tied for the 5th highest winning streak in MLB history, winning 20 games in a row. And they also won their division, winning 103 games. The Yankees salary in 2002 was $125,928,583. The A's salary was $39,679,746. The Yankees had a salary cap more than 3 times of the A's, and that's a salary difference of over $86 million. Both teams were eliminated in the first round of the playoffs that season. So how did this happen? How could a team like the A's, with their salary, compete with the Yankees? They shouldn't be able to, but they were. The A's were one of the teams towards the front of the sabermetrics movement in MLB, and with their salary, they needed some sort of advantage. They were able to find value in players that nobody else saw. Guys like Chad Bradford, who nobody saw value in because he threw funny. The A's realized that offseason that Johnny Damon not re-signing was one of the best things to happen to their club. It opened up many opportunities to get players that actually had more value than Johnny Damon. I'm going to quote Peter Grant here from Moneyball. I'd show you the scene, but I'm probably going to get copyrighted. People who run ball clubs, they think of terms of buying players, and your goal shouldn't be to buy players, your goal should be to buy wins. And in order to buy wins, you need to buy runs. And let me ask you this, how do you get runs? I know it sounds like a stupid question, but how do you score runs? Seriously, think about it. The answer is simple, you get on base. Remember the 3 guys the A's got that offseason that I was talking about? The A's went after them because they got on base. And when players get on base, your chance for scoring that inning significantly go up. But Moneyball isn't just a great story, it has affected baseball forever. As seen this past offseason, players were asking for massive contracts which none of them received. Yes, they were still paid millions, but it was nothing compared to what they were asking for. This is because teams are finally getting smarter with the way they spend their money. Does anyone remember a few years ago when the Angels threw a bunch of money at CJ Wilson, Albert Pujols, and Josh Hamilton? Pujols is the only player that is still on the team, and he is being overpaid massively. I understand that it's Albert Pujols, but his production on the field is nowhere close to his contract value. So most teams have learned from their mistakes, which resulted in the free agency freeze last offseason and the eventual one this upcoming offseason. Players will continue to ask for contracts that they are expecting to get paid, since in the past they were being paid these contracts and the agents are telling them they are going to get them these contracts. but there are hardly any players worth what they are asking for. David Price isn't worth $30 million a year, and neither is Yoenis Cespedes. There's been too much value in one player when baseball is more of a team sport. This isn't basketball. You can't just get LeBron James. You can't just get Mike Trout and be an instant World Series contender. And this is part of the reason that I think, depending on his contract, if Harper leaves the Nationals this offseason, the Nationals will be a better team next season. Because it opens up thousands of possibilities. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, and if you're new, subscribe to the channel. And also, for those of you that are subscribed, be sure to turn on bell notifications so you'll be one of the first to know every time there's a new video out. For those of you that haven't seen Baseball's Biggest Problem Part 2 yet, I suggest you check that video out. I would say it's probably one of my best, if not the best video I've ever released. So again, be sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss another video, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Got an ugly girlfriend.
What's that mean?
Ugly girlfriend means no confidence.
Okay.
Don't know why you're distant. Running around, when did you become so consistent? Didn't you say you were down for me? Now I'm in the hills doing tracks for a fee. Girl, I told you and I told you we've been over this. Did you really think you would cause me to reminisce? My luck's better and I don't even need